And he's sitting at 36, 37% in the latest polling. It's not helping him. In fact, his erratic behavior over the past several weeks, Donny Deutsch, has only served to hurt him. And, you know, you have all these people, whenever you talk about Donald Trump not being well, quote marks, and there's a Gallup poll. They all go, oh, he's always been like this. Oh, you know, why are you so surprised that you all, people, not talking about us, but just everybody, should have known this is exactly how he would have acted. Donnie, no, here is the difference. When he said things that offended us during the primary, as sad as it seems about the state of a lot of Republican primaries, he was doing things that played to his political interest, that would help him in a lot of early primary states. So it was evil, it was cynical, but it was still in his self-interest. How you can tell that somebody is not well and that there's a serious issue is when they continually do things against self-interest. And don't take it from me. Take it from people that work inside the White House who will tell you every day they're pulling their hair out because this guy's his worst enemy. And by the way, the Wall Street Journal, who's been one of his best defenders, concludes their editorial this way, Donnie. They say, mark it down as further evidence that the most effective opponent of the Trump presidency is Donald J. Trump.
That's interesting because they actually stole my lead. You've talked a lot on this show and very passionately when everybody was kind of losing their minds the fact that Trump got elected and the Republicans are going to go down. And you said, you know what, we have this amazing system in this country of checks and balances, and it works. And you know what the ultimate check and balance on Donald Trump is? Donald Trump. That every time he starts to move in a way that we feel, oh, this is really going to hurt us, this is very, very destructive, he sabotages himself. So he is the ultimate check and balance. As far as why he does things that seem to be self-destructive and seem to go against him, I think he clearly has a personality disorder. And when you have a personality disorder, you need to create drama to feel alive. I'm not a clinician, but that is kind of the analytical behavior of what he does. And I've also said this before. Every president in my lifetime, I genuinely believed, was sitting in that office thinking about what is best for the 300 million people. Whether they were right or wrong in my eyes, I genuinely believe that. This man is driven by what is best for him in the moment, and in his mind is 38%.
But Donnie, he doesn't know what's best for him at this point, because what he's doing is hurting his interests, hurting his political interests, hurting his political standing, hurting his White House,
that's the
hurting his
disorder.
administration. I know, that's what I'm saying, hurting his country, and in many cases, hurting the world, and he doesn't know any better. There is not a sane, rational human being that would have tweeted what he tweeted yesterday, knowing that the Supreme Court was sitting there and watching and reading and listening and knowing what everybody else in the White House knew the second he started those tweets, that it was against his own interest. Also against his own interest when you attack the mayor of a city that is undergoing terrorist attacks. Joe, listen, even the most evil, cynical person would restrain themselves during that time because they knew it would cut against their best interest. This man sitting in the White House does not think rationally that way anymore, and you've known him for a long time. It's getting worse by the day, is it not?
It is, frankly, as any mental disorder does as people get older. And once again, whether it's a personality disorder, a borderline personality, to your point, Joe, this behavior is aberrant. And you can't look at it, to your point, there's not even an evil motivation here other than a self-destructive personality disorder.